But my focus is, has been, and always will be removing Obama from the presidency. And we're going to continue in that vein. I am not going to play all the clips of the debates. It would be nonsensical and it would be lazy, wouldn't it? I'm not here to fill time. I'm not here to make time. I'm here to advance the ball. There was one exchange between Rick Santorum and Newt Gingrich that I thought was particularly interesting, and I'm going to get into that. I don't know if anybody else focused on it, but I will, because there's a bigger issue there that needs to be addressed. But before we do that, Barack Obama had 3 fundraisers yesterday. One of them at the Apollo in Harlem last night. And he said at this fundraiser, well, rather than me tell you what he said, listen very carefully to what he said. Cut 1, go.
You know, I've been hearing a lot of these Republicans talking about, that's class warfare, and he just wants to redistribute and doesn't believe in work, and he's trying to create an entitlement society and this and that and the other. Let me be absolutely clear here. I should pay more taxes.
Stop. What is it with these liberals who keep saying they should pay more taxes? Just pay them. Now, he definitely should pay more taxes because God knows the First Lady's spending an enormous amount of our taxes, and so is he. Who paid for this flight to New York for this fundraiser where he is ostensibly being the President of the United States and not a candidate? We're paying for everything. Mr. Producer, would you wake up Brian Ross, the chief investigative reporter of ABC News, and tell him rather than hitting on all these ex-wives of this candidate or that candidate, would he find out if the spending going on in this White House exceeds the typical spending of prior White Houses? Because I guarantee it does. So Obama says he should pay more in taxes. I agree he should, given all that you and I are paying to subsidize his lifestyle. And I'm not even talking about the typical lifestyle of a president. This guy takes it to extremes. So, yes, you should pay more in taxes. So do it. Go ahead.
And folks in my income bracket should pay more taxes, and certainly...
Stop. Folks in his income bracket. Isn't that interesting? What if there are folks in his income bracket who create thousands and thousands of jobs? What if there are folks in his income bracket who create cutting-edge drugs for sick people or the mentally handicapped? What if there are people in his income bracket who are inventors, who are creative, who are entrepreneurs, who make this country work? Do you see what I mean? Let's say he earns, with his royalties and everything, at this point, probably $1 million, $2 million, $3 million a year, whatever it is. He's earning it because of his presidential salary and his royalties. But let's say there's somebody else there who earns similar amount of money in his tax bracket, who runs a small business and actually creates net jobs. So we raise taxes on him. Oh, he's so suffering. He's such a victim, as if that would change his lifestyle, what he eats, the planes he uses, the helicopters, all the rest of it. It would have zero effect on him. But what effect would it have on that little businessman, a little businesswoman, and their employees? A negative effect. So I just love it, and it started with this idiot Bill Clinton. Hey, you should raise my taxes while he's writing off used underwear. It's not about raising your taxes, President Obama. It's about raising the taxes on productive people, successful people, industrious people who make this society work. And you're not one of them, even though you're in that tax bracket because you're on the public dole. And you're subsidized by all of us with your lavish lifestyle, and so is your wife. So stop pretending that you're prepared to make a sacrifice when you're not making any sacrifices. You're getting rich off this job, and you live like a king and your wife lives like a queen. Now, those are the facts. Go ahead.
Folks who are making billions of dollars should pay more taxes, not because...
Stop. Folks who are paying billions of dollars should pay more in taxes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have this Jeff Immelt and his company GE. I have nothing against GE. A lot of good people work there. They do a lot of things. There's a company that makes billions of dollars a year that paid zero income taxes. So what is Obama doing to make sure that company pays $1 in income taxes? Nothing. He holds Jeff Immelt close. Jeff Immelt's creating jobs overseas, which he's free to do. His company's free to do. They're on the public dole, getting money from all kinds of green energy type activities. So there's a friend of Obama's, a supporter of Obama's, financial and otherwise. Obama loves the guy, appoints him to high positions, one or two or whatever. So what's Obama doing about it? Nothing. Nothing. I want our Solyndra money back. I want that $500 million returned to us. I say before he raises one penny, we want all this corruption and fraud, all this cronyism dealt with. Because they're pissing away our money. It's not about billionaires and millionaires. It's about you. You. He has his designs on you. But don't worry, he's not into class warfare redistributing wealth. He's just into class warfare and redistributing wealth. Go ahead.
I want to take their money and just give it to somebody else. It's because we've got basic investments and basic functions that have to be carried out in this 21st century if we're going to be able to compete.
What is he talking about? Which basic functions is he talking about? He drains $500 billion out of Medicare to fund Obamacare. So which basic function is he talking about? His stimulus bill literally wasted almost $1 trillion, and that stimulus money, I can't repeat this enough, is added to the budget every single year. It was not a one-time emergency expenditure. It's every damn year. It's built into the baseline. Do you know how much money this government wastes? Billions in dollars in fraud and food stamps. Billions of dollars in fraud in Medicare and Medicaid and Social Security. Billions of dollars in Head Start. It goes on and on. It is massive. And what exactly has this president done to get a hold of it? Nothing. We need more money. They always need more money. So let me ask you a question. If we're running $1 trillion to $1.5 trillion deficit a year, it doesn't matter how much we raise taxes because we can't even cut that deficit in half each year. If we massively raise taxes, putting aside the incredibly negative effect that would have on economic growth, even in a static analysis world, it doesn't even come close to addressing the massive, profligate, out of control, and might I add, unconstitutional spending that this president entertains. And if we don't get control over it, it's over. But don't worry, he doesn't want to talk about class warfare and collectivism. No. He wants to talk about soaking the rich. And notice again, he talks about billionaires and people like him, millionaires. When in fact, they've dumbed it down now, where if you're a small business or a proprietorship, an individual, and your net earnings, your adjusted gross income is over $250,000 a year, you're now a millionaire or a billionaire like Gates and Buffett. But don't worry, he's not into class warfare. Don't worry about that. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin.